Hello and welcome. Today we will learn to create this interactive customer feedback dashboard in Power BI using Microsoft Forms or Google Forms survey. What is new in this tutorial? You will learn how to set up a survey in MS Forms or Google Form and collect customer feedback just by sharing feedback link or QR code. How to design the highly visual dashboard just by using feedback data to get more insights without any manual data entry. So, once you set up this complete process, just with refresh the data, your dashboard will be updated. The complete tutorial is divided into the following sections. Make sure to watch the complete tutorial. But you can jump to any section by clicking on the timestamp provided in the description. Also, in the previous videos, lots of viewers suggested to keep the slower pace for the tutorials, which I tried to maintain here. But still, if you find this faster, you can adjust the playback speed like this. Please keep suggesting more and more improvement in comment section, and we will try to improve upon it. So, let's get started with the first section. We are going to use the hotel guest feedback for the demonstration. And these are the 9 questions which we are going to set up in survey. Let's see one by one. First, name of the guest. Second, gender. Third, date of birth. Fourth, hotel checkout date. Fifth, purpose of booking, like for the business visit, vacation, function, or for some other reason. Sixth, the source of information, like learn from someone, or booked by an organization, or found us on hotel booking website, etc. Next is about general feedback, like how was the staff behavior? How was the check-in process? How was the room service? Etc. Then second last, overall rating on the scale of 1 to 5. And the final one is for the Net Promoter Score, which we will discuss in detail later, during dashboard design. You can change the questionnaire as per your requirement, or the type of customers. Now let's go to Office 365 window online, to set up this survey, in MS Forms. This is the Office 365 interface. To open the forms, click on these 9 dots. If you can't find it here, just click on All Apps, and then select Forms. Also, you can access the ready-made template by clicking here on More Templates. Let's go back, and we will create a blank one, since we already have our questionnaire. Arrange the both windows side by side and start creating survey. Let's add the first question. Select text for the guest name. For gender, select choice. Once you type gender in question, it will automatically suggest the options. Just click Add All. You can delete the option which you don't want in this list. Also, you can make it mandatory question by clicking on Required. Let's make the first question also compulsory. Now for the date of birth, select Date. Next, select the date again, for the checkout date. For purpose of visit, select choice, and add the options. You can select the other option too, where the feedback provider can make manual entry, if the option is not listed here. Next, source of information. Instead of entering options one by one, you can copy the list and paste it here. Let's quickly delete the check boxes in front of options. Delete option 2 and add other option. Now for the feedback, select the linked from drop-down. Here horizontally, you can write options for rating. And vertically, statement to be rated. Let's write down the options first. Let's copy the statements. Alright, now let's add the overall experience by choosing the rating option. We can use it as a number rating also, but let's keep it as a star rating. For level, we will keep 5 only. And for the last question, let's add Net Promoter Score option. Let's understand, what is Net Promoter Score? And how is it calculated? Net Promoter Score is a single question used to measure customer satisfaction on the scale of 0 to 10. The respondents are divided into 3 categories. 1. Promoters, who responded with the 9 or 10 rating. Second, passives, who responded with the 7 or 8 rating. And the rest are detractors. And it is calculated as percentage of promoters minus percentage of detractors. You can learn more about Net Promoter Score on internet or watch on YouTube. Alright, let's go back. So, the survey is ready now. Once we start the collecting feedback from users or customers, we will able to see the responses here in Responses tab. First, let's see the various options to collect the feedback. Click on Send. It will show available options to share. Like you can copy the link by clicking here. Also, you can share via mail. Or create QR code, download and use it. You can produce HTML code that can be directly embedded into website page. Or you can share it on social media by selecting social media icons. So, let's try the first option. Copy the link and open in browser. The survey form will look like this in the browser. Let's fill it up. The moment we click on Submit, it will be capturing the response in real time, which we can see in this tab. As we can see here, the first response is being added here. Now, let's try one more option, that is QR code. Before that, let's open the QR code scanner in mobile and point over the screen, so that we can observe the real-time feedback collection process. Click on QR code icon. Here you can download it as an image and use wherever you want to collect the feedback. Let's scan it in mobile screen. Click on the link, it will redirect to feedback page. Let's complete it. The moment we click on Submit, we can see the response added here in real time. Alright, now let's quickly see the process to set up the survey in Google Forms. Open New Browser and type in the URL bar forms.google.com. It will open this page, which is nearly same as MS Forms. Here also, we can access the readily available templates from this template gallery. Let's go back. Click on the blank to start the new one. Let's add few questions for demonstration. You can complete it similar to MS Forms and view responses in this tab. Now let's go back to MS Forms for the next step. We can download it in Excel by clicking here. As you can see, it is downloaded. Let's open it. So here is the result. The output is in the table format, and we can see the two responses in rows. The first 5 columns are by default columns. First is ID, which represents sequence of feedback. Then, the date and time of start of survey. Next, survey completion date and time. In the email column, it is mentioned anonymous. And the name column is blank. But if the survey creator and feedback provider belongs to same office organization account, then the email and name will be auto-filled. But in this case, feedback provider will be hotel guest, so it will not be auto-generated. That's why we added the full name in questionnaire itself. The rest of the fields are self-explanatory. So now, using this format as an input, we will design our dashboard. This is the sample feedback data created for the dashboard, with same headers. It's a random generated data, that's why I kept these columns empty. Anyway, we are not going to refer these columns in dashboard. Addition to this, we are going to use these two reference table. The first one is to further categorize the feedback. And the second one to convert rating to numbers for further calculation. Now let's open a blank Power BI report. We can import the Excel data by clicking here, or here, or from Get Data drop-down, or just click here. Let's select all three tables and load. Here we can see the three imported data tables. Let's do some data transformation in Power Query. To access it, we can click on these three dots and select Edit Query. Or just select Transform Data here. So these are the same three tables we imported. Now first, we will separate the feedback table. One for general questions, like purpose of visit, source of information, overall rating, NPS, etc. And one for the feedback like staff, room, restaurant, facility, etc. So, right-click on Feedback Table, and click on Duplicate. Let's rename it as a general. Since the ID column has unique list of numbers, we will use it as primary key to link both the tables in the model. Now, let's remove the columns, which no longer required in this table. We will keep ID column, so let's keep it selected, and select remaining columns by pressing Ctrl key on the keyboard. Right-click, and select Remove Other Columns. Let's rename the few columns. Alright, now let's go to Feedback Table. And select here again the required columns, and remove others. Right-click on ID column, and select Unpivot Others. It will transform the data in three columns only. First, ID. Second, feedback. And the third, rating. Let's use the merge queries to look up the feedback categories and rating scores. Let's rename the columns accordingly. Alright, the data transformation is completed. Click on Close and Apply to go back to Power BI report. Let's check the table relationship in the model. So, the relationships are already auto-detected between all the tables. Let's organize it first. Since we already have merged feedback category and rating range table in Power Query, we no longer require this relationship. Let's delete it. Here we can see the general and feedback table is linked with the ID column, and the relationship is one-to-many. Alright, let's go back to report again, and we will set up the dashboard background. Go to Canvas Background and browse the image. These are some pre-designed dashboard background images suitable to this dashboard theme. Let's select the first one. Change the transparency to 50%. To give it a better look, let's change the wallpaper color too. For the time being, let's select this color from the theme color only. And later, we are going to change complete theme colors. So, the wallpaper color also will change automatically. Let's add one shape for the title background and organize it. Let's copy it for the background of overall score visual. Alright, during survey setup in MS Forms, we learnt about what is Net Promoter Score and how it is calculated. Now we will add some columns and measures to calculate it. First, we will add a column in General Table to categorize promoters, detractors, and passives using if conditions. If the rating is greater than 8, means 9 or 10. Then promoters. Else, another if condition. That is the rating is less than 7, means 0 to 6. Then detractors. Else passives. Now let's create separate measures for promoters percentage and detractors percentage. Let's copy the formula for detractors percentage. Add a new measure. Paste it. And modify it accordingly. Last, add the measure for NPS score, which is simply subtracting detractors percentage from promoters percentage. Alright, let's go back to report and complete adding visuals to dashboard. Let's add the slicer for the purpose of visit, and then format it. Copy and paste it for the gender. Now let's add the remaining visuals. Okay, so now we will format the visual's colors. But before that, let's first set up the dashboard theme colors, so that we save time on formatting it, and can be easily selected from the color palettes. To set up theme color, go to View. Under Theme drop-down, click on Customize Color Theme. Here, we are going to use this color scheme. Let's start copying this color code and paste in the Power BI theme colors. So, as soon as we click on Apply, the visuals and background color will change automatically accordingly. Let's complete rest of the formatting. So whatever the changes we have made for this visual, we can quickly apply the same for other visuals using Format Painter. Let's organize the visuals properly. Now let's add overall rating visuals. Let's add a bar chart for overall rating. Adjust it properly, and then we will add an image over it, to represent it is as the star rating. To create an image, let's go to PowerPoint and we will create it using shapes. Now we will merge these shapes and then save it as an image. You can watch the detailed tutorial here on using merge shapes in PowerPoint. You can save it as an image by clicking here, and make sure to save it as a PNG format. Since I have already created it before, let's go to Power BI and import it. Place this image over the bar chart. Adjust chart and image properly, so that we can visualize this star rating. Alright, now let's import the icons for the titles. These all icons are from PowerPoint icon library, and saved as an image in same way we did is for star rating. Now, let's complete the dashboard header section, like title, subtitle, date slicer, logo, etc. Alright, the dashboard is almost ready. Let's give it a final touch-up and complete if anything pending. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Thank you for watching.